Hi, Cheryl Golden here. We are in week 2 of our class Bread and Circuses. I've had a few emails from some of you asking about when due dates are, etc. So I thought this might be a good time to just double check where we're headed and where we are. First off, thank you very much for participating in our first discussions and for getting those out and about assignments in. Today's Monday, September 2nd, so yes, you have that out and about assignment due today. Don't forget, you want to post that both at the assignment link in Canvas and also post it at the discussion associated with out and about so that your colleagues can take a look and see what you've done. You are then asked to comment on your colleagues' work by Wednesday, please. So that's what we're finishing up today. The other big assignment that's coming up this week that we're really going to be focusing on is thinking about Antigone. You've read the play, I hope. You've viewed all the videos from Module 1 from the first week. Let's go there real quick. You've gone through and dealt with the Welcome to Class, right? And Welcome to Class module, and you've finished up, I hope, Antigone in Athens. You can, of course, go back and review. If you haven't made all of those videos yet, or you haven't seen them all, please get after them. And in particular, Dr. McGee's introduction is a nice little overview of Antigone. You also have some videos from I think it's the Royal Shakespeare Company. But at any rate, they're made in Britain, and they relate to some nice, really short videos that kind of give you a little taste of different characters in the play. Your assignment this week is to, with regard to Antigone, is to engage in a discussion. This discussion is coming up this week. It's due by Friday complete, so feel free to post anytime you want. Find 2 reasons, the prompt says, to say why Creon is right in the things that he's doing. Why does he think he's so righteous in the law he's trying to uphold and the way he's going about it? Now find 2 reasons why Antigone is right. Why is she right to want to defy the law of the city? Why is she right to want to take care of a person who has declared war on her home, right? So there's some big issues here of religion, of civic disobedience, of the law, who's above the law, who's not above the law. So there's all kinds of interesting issues, and not only law, but man-made law and natural law. Yep, start thinking about some of those big things you learned back in philosophy and theology. Some of them are coming home to roost now. So take a look at that discussion. The next thing you want to do, is think about that not only do you have a discussion in this first module, you also have a quiz. The reading quiz covers our introduction to class, covers our first week of material, and in particular the Greek theater. It's a 25-point quiz. It is indeed open note, open book. I don't recall if there's a time limit to it. Sorry, I don't know that Canvas asked me for that. But if you find difficulty in taking this quiz, please let me know. Both the discussion and the quiz should sort of warm you up for the paper that is then due. This paper is not due until a week from today. It's due on September 9th. So please do go to that prompt, take a look at what's there. I've suggested 3 questions to consider. Please just do 1. If you don't like any of these questions, then come up with something of your own. But the idea is to focus it and allow yourself to do some analysis. We don't want you to just tell the story of Antigone. It's a great story, I'll grant you. And it's great when you own it and you know it and you want to tell it. That's why I'm a history teacher. I love it. But you've got to get in there and try to figure out, for you at least, what this play means in talking about the history of the city in Greece, and creative spirit. What's going on here? What's the role of entertainment like theater and the identity of the city, the culture of the city, right? So that's what you want to do. I have a few suggestions here. For example, Creon often describes how his actions relate to his obligation to the city. Do you agree? If so, how come? What examples can you offer? If no, how come? What examples can you offer? Or, I've suggested you put yourself in the place of a theater goer. If you're actually sitting in the theater, watching this young woman risk her life to defy a law she believes is unjust, what do you feel as a member of a democracy? Athens is a democracy. As a theater goer who's most likely male, most likely middle class, a voter, and in that regard, because Athens is a very participatory democracy, you're actually a lawmaker, so maybe some of the laws you made might be unjust, might have unintended consequences. How might you feel about this young woman defying the law in your society? I've also suggested you think about Antigone. Is she a traitor to her city, or is she a hero to her city? Do her actions benefit her city? Do her actions defy her city in a way that is unsafe? Whatever you do, come up with an essay that's about 4 pages long, give or take, type double space, have an introduction, bring examples that will support your ideas, your thesis, have a nice organization, let one paragraph naturally lead to the next, and be able to demonstrate in your analysis in some fashion. It might be in your thesis, it might be in your conclusion, it might be 1 or 2 of the examples that you bring up. How does your analysis help us to address one of the objectives of the creative spirit? That's right, pick one. Just as you've done with your out and about, just as you've done with your first discussions, how can you relate your work to one of those creative spirit objectives? It's a lot to ask, but I think you'll find once you finish this first paper, the rest are going to just be like falling off a log. So, good luck with this. Let me know if you have any questions as we go along. Again, review the materials in Module 1. Take note of the due dates this week. And let's get going on Antigone. Thanks. Have a good rest of the day. We'll talk to you soon.